I came to school to take the math competition, but I was stopped by a teacher as soon as I got to the gate. He said a girl with the same name had already gone in to figure out who the real candidate was. The teacher called the other girl out for confrontation, and that girl was the adopted daughter carefully cherished by my parents. The reason I knew this in advance was simply because I had been reborn. In my previous life, my parents disappeared while doing business in the South. To find my parents, I applied for a university in the South on my head teacher's suggestion. From then on I stayed in the South for 10 years, but I searched all the cities in the South, yet I found no trace of my parents. When I returned to my hometown with a serious illness, I found my parents holding a family recognition banquet there. It was not until then that I realized my parents had long settled down in a small city in the north, and they had also adopted a new daughter. Watching the three of them as a family, I fainted on the spot. When I opened my eyes again, I had actually been reborn and gone back to the day of filling out college applications 10 years ago. Looking at the photo of my parents on the desk, this time I did not hesitate to choose a university in the north. When the head teacher saw this, he directly questioned me. Don't you want to find your parents anymore? Other teachers also advised me to think carefully. After all, my dream had always been to go to the South to find my parents. But this time, facing the head teacher's dissuasion, I pretended to be pitiful and begged him, what if my parents come back? The teachers present all stood up to speak up for me. The head teacher had to sign his name on the intention form. However, the next day when I was preparing for the math competition, the head teacher called and said someone had seen my parents in the South. I sneered when I heard that. In my previous life, I gave up the math competition because of this call, which ultimately made me lose the opportunity for direct admission. This time I want to find out why the head teacher is lying to me. The next day I came to the examination room, but the teacher was shocked when he saw my admission ticket because a girl with the same name had just gone in. He quickly informed the invigilation director of the matter. After learning what had happened, the director immediately ordered someone to bring a fingerprint scanner. Whether I was the real candidate could be confirmed with a check, and my fingerprint matched successfully. Seeing this, the director immediately ordered the security department to bring the girl inside out for confrontation, and just as I had expected, that girl was indeed the adopted daughter. At this moment, the head teacher suddenly rushed to the examination room and questioned me why I had not gone to the South. But I retorted, why didn't you let my parents come back to see me? Instead, make a high school student like me travel thousands of miles to the South. The onlookers immediately accused the head teacher of having something to hide when they heard this. At this time, a couple in the crowd suddenly covered their faces and tried to leave, but they accidentally stepped on the ant next to them. The ant's voice immediately attracted my attention.